Hello students, I am Harshala Datte, Senior Lecturer of Department of Computer Engineering. In this video lecture, I am going to teach you the operating system security and information security of Unit 1. The unit outcomes related to these topics is describe operating system security and classify the information and explain principle of information security. After learning this video lecture, you will understand what is operating system security, what is information security, what is need of information security, what are the principles of information security, and information classification and criteria for information classification. So let us start with the operating system security. Operating system security is a process of ensuring operating system integrity, confidentiality and availability. As I previously told you in a previous video lecture, security model is based on the CIA, that is confidentiality, integrity and availability. So OS security is a process of ensuring the OS that have all these three things: confidentiality, integrity and availability. Operating system security refers to the specified steps or measures used to protect the OS from the threats, virus, worms, malwares, or remote hackers' intrusions. So, how we can secure the operating system? So, there are three ways to secure the operating system: application patches, hotfix, and updates. So, what is application patches? Application patches are supplied from the vendor who sells the application. Application patches can be provided in many different forms, like it can be downloaded directly from the vendor's website or FTP site, or vendor can provide the patches in the CD. So as you know that various applications are installed on the operating system, so there are various vulnerabilities in the application programs. To protect from that vulnerabilities, operating system must apply the latest application patches. Next way is the hotfix. Normally this term is used to small software update designed to address a particular problem like buffer overflow in application that exposes system to attack. So normally hotfix is a small software updates for the application, so that you can patch the small applications error or application vulnerability, whereas patches is a collection of hotfix. Service pack. The service pack is comprised of collection of updates, fixes or enhancements to the software program delivered in the form of single installation package. So service pack is nothing but it has a collection of hotfix and patches as well as the new functionality of the applications. The next point is information security. Information security is basically a practice of preventing unauthorized access, use, disclosure, disruption, modification, inspection, recording or destruction of the information. So information security is all about how to secure the information in the organization. So what is the need of information security? The first need of information security is to protecting the functionality of the organization. Next is enabling the safe operation of the application. Whatever applications are used by the organization, there should be a safe operation. Take an example of banking application. So there are the various operations are performed with this application, that customer will withdraw some money, deposit some money. So this operation should be a safe. The information should be a safe. Then third need is protecting the data that the organization collect and use, and safeguarding the technology assets in the organization. This is the need of the information security. What are the principles of information security? Principles of information security is same as the computer security. First is the CIA, that is confidentiality, integrity and availability, and other than this we have again three more: non-repudiation, authentication and the access control. Let us see one by one. So first is the confidentiality. It means information is not disclosed to unauthorized individuals, entities, and process. Means only the sender and receiver can only see the secret message, no one else. The next principle is integrity. Means maintaining the accuracy and the completeness of the data. This means data cannot be edited in an unauthorized way. So integrity means what? There should not be any modification of the secret message after sender sends it and before receiver receives it. The next principle is the availability. Availability means the information must be available when needed. Other than these three CIA, there are three more principles. First is the non-repetition. It means one party cannot deny receiving the message or a transaction, nor can the other party deny sending the message or the transaction. For example, if anyone do the ATM transaction for withdraw some money. So if the legal user, if the authorized user withdraw the money using the ATM card, he or she cannot be refused, that cannot claim that they are not withdrawing the money. So this is the principle of non-repetition. Authentication, authenticity. It means verifying that the user are who they say they are. Means that each input arriving at a destination is from a trusted source. This principle, if followed, guarantees a valid and genuine message received from the trusted source through the valid transmission. So it gives the proof of identity. And last is the accountability. Accountability means that it should be possible to trace the action of entity uniquely to that entity. Means accountability is nothing but the authorization or access control. Accountability is related to the access control. It means that it should be possible to trace the action of the entity uniquely to that entity. Means user must do the things or do the operations or action that they are authorized for. The next point is information classification. So objective of information classification scheme was varies from sector to sector. In general, information classification is done to minimize the risks and sensitive information. Now, in information security, you can't secure all the information. Why? For example, if you have a PC, in one drive you store all your bank details and all, and in one drive you store all the movies and games and all. So which drive you want secure? You want more security, of course, for the drive where you store all the bank details. So this is what information classification is required to decide to whom which information should be secure more and which information should be secure less, or to which information we do not require any security. So there are two ways for the information classification. First is the government or military sector classification, and second is the commercial or private sector classification. Let us see this one by one. So first is a government or military sector classification. Information classification scheme followed by the government or military sector has 5 levels: top secret, secret, confidential, sensitive but unclassified, that is nothing but SBU, and unclassified. As you see that top secret having the highest priority as well as unclassified having the lowest security. Top secret. A top secret is the highest level of information classification. The unauthorized disclosure of the top secret information will cause especially severe damage to country's national security. The next level is the secret. The unauthorized disclosure of this information could cause some damage to country's national security. Next is the confidential. This is the information designated to be of the confidential nature. The unauthorized disclosure of this information may cause the damage to country's national security. The fourth level is the sensitive but unclassified SBU. This is the information designed as a minor secret that may not create serious damage to country's national security if disclosed. So it has a low security than the previous one. Next is the unclassified. This is the information designated as a neither sensitive or nor classified. The public release of this information does not violate confidentiality of the country's national security. So these are the 5 government or military sector classification levels. Next classification is based on the commercial or private sector classification. There are 4 levels: confidential, private, sensitive and public. As you can see that confidential is a more secure level as well as compared to public. Confidential. This classification applies to sensitive business information that is intended strictly for use within an organization. The unauthorized disclosure of such information can seriously or adversely affect the organization, its stockholders, business partners, or the customers. The next level is a private. This classification applies to personal information that is intended for use within the organization. So confidential is some business related information and private is some personal information of the employee which is used within the organization. The unauthorized disclosure of such information can seriously or adversely affect the organization or its employee. The next level is the sensitive. Information that requires a higher level of classification than the normal data can be termed as a sensitive. The unauthorized disclosure of this information could affect the company. And the last level is the public. This is similar to the unclassified information as in the government sector. All the company's information that does not fit into any other the above category can be classified or considered as the public. The last point of this video lecture is criteria for the information classification. How you classify the information based on the criteria. So there are 4 criteria. First is the value. Value is commonly used criteria for the classifying the data in private sector. If the information is valuable to the organization or its competitor, it needs to be classified. So based on the information value, if it is valuable for organization or competitor, then we are going to secure it. Next criteria is age. Age states that the classification of information might be lowered if the information value decreases over the time. Means what? Old information, if it is not necessary, then you cannot require to secure that information. But latest information you have to secure it if it is important. Next is a useful life. It states that if the information has been made to obsolete due to new information, substantial changes in the company or other reasons, the information can often be declassified. And last criteria is personal association. If the information is personally associated with specific individuals or is addressed by the privacy law, it might need to be classified. So these are the 4 criteria for the information classification. In this video lecture, we have seen the information security, information classification, information security principles, as well as operating system security in terms of application patches, hotfix and the service packs. Thank you.